Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new fantasy football season. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And I have a ton of time in Houston this semester, so I'm going to be doing weekly fantasy recap videos. I hope you enjoy them. Let's get into it. First up, we have Team All Lubied Up over Stouty's Straight Freaks in an impressive display of mediocrity for the Straight Freaks, who were the only team in the league to not have a player that scored 15 points in one of the most bland fantasy performances I have ever seen. But look out for Stouty next week. Next up, we have the Bugs, coached by Casey Pieper, falling to the Sellouts, coached by Tony Butts. Why the Sellouts? I'm glad you asked. If you know anything about Tony Butts, you know he's a proud UC alum who hates Ohio State, like any good UC fan would. However, this season, he abandoned his fellow Bearcats and drafted 5 Ohio State players: Carlos Hyde, Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn Jr., Ezekiel Elliott, and Terrell Pryor. I mean, really, Dad? 5 OSU players? Jason Pierre-Paul can't even count that high on one hand. I am so disappointed. Anyway, next up, we have a perfect example of the fantasy gods rewarding a good team name, as Mallory's Demarius Targaryens destroyed the Fighting Blizzards. The Targaryens also earned the Pickup of the Week for picking up kicker Kai Forbath of the Minnesota Vikings, who put up 12 points last week. In the Pickup of the Week award, Mallory will receive 2 expired movie passes and a coupon for 1 free back rub from Peter LaFleur. Congrats, Mal. Next, we have a result everyone was expecting as the defending champs took down Team Auto Draft. Speaking of Team Auto Draft, I'm not even sure Corey is aware that this league exists anymore. If you can hear this, Corey, we miss you, buddy. Please update your lineup this year. In the final matchup, newcomer Chad Shake and Baker was all over Lawhorn's lovable losers. As many of you know, the whole purpose of this league is to defeat and make fun of Lawhorn, and it's great to see the new guy had no problem fitting in. Speaking of Lawhorn, he earns this week's You Blew It award, sponsored by Big Ass Fans, the go-to brand for big fans. Big Ass Fans, let us blow you. Lawhorn could easily have won his matchup by starting Stephon Diggs, who scored over 20 points, in a matchup against the worst defense in the league, the Saints. But instead, he elected to start Jamison Crowder, who had a tough matchup against the revamped secondary of the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Caw-caw! Crowder finished with negative points, and for that, we say, Lawhorn, you blew it. And that brings us to our coach's spotlight. This week's coach is newbie Chad Shaken Baker, coach of the Magic Men. Chad is a student at the University of Cincinnati, where he is currently studying to be a waitress at Wendy's. Some of his career accomplishments include meeting Twinkie the Kid, receiving 39 likes on his Facebook profile picture, and savagely subtweeting Andrea at Stouty's pool party. Chad's Twitter bio reads, "Moving through life, suspiciously looking for a wall to talk to." I think that sums him up perfectly. Alrighty, and now that we've covered all the matchups, it's time to look at this week's mail. Got a couple packages this week. First up, some razor blades from my dad. Thanks, Dad, I really needed these, and I think I see a love note. Hi, Schmidt. Hi, Dad. Go pick a former Bearcat, asshole. Hey, babe. I miss you so much. Love, Mallory. Aw, thanks, dear. I miss you too, but let's try to keep the mail professional from now on. Babe, I miss you so much. I can't wait to be in your arms again. Truly yours, the league trophy. Now, Miss Trophy. I know I've won the league 4 out of the past 5 years, but you can't go showing favoritism. You have to wait until I win the league again. Have some respect. Dear Brian, I hear you have Lawhorn this week. Let me know how many points I need to put up so you can beat that loser. Signed, Jordy Nelson. For those of you who may not know, the very first year of this league, I was down to Lawhorn by 30 points when Jordy Nelson put up 33 on Monday Night Football to get a win. Thanks, Jordy. Since then, he has helped me beat Lawhorn more times than I can count, really. Unfortunately, Jordy, I was unable to draft you because you were already taken by the time my first pick came up. But I do have Randall Cobb, so if you want to just sit this week out, feel free. And that's all the time we have. Remember, folks, a new fantasy football season is like a new marriage. You have a lot of high hopes, dreams, and expectations, but when reality sets in, 50% of you will end in divorce, despair, and defeat. But good luck this week.